Annenberg Media.
Additional funding provided by the people of Dow, the company that lets you do great things. The 8,000 scientists of the Eastman Kodak Company. The Exxon Education Foundation on behalf of Exxon scientists. And
For ages, humans have pondered what powers the sun, our solar system, and the universe. Today, nuclear scientists are discovering ways to harness a new form of clean energy which will redefine the way we live. What are the secrets to this nearly unlimited source of energy? How does it work? Can it occur on Earth? Will humans ever learn to harness the power of nuclear fusion?
Wind, coal, solar, wood. These are all the sources of energy we have used for the last centuries. But what do they have in common? They are driven by one main source, the sun. Now, inside the sun occurs a highly exothermic reaction known as nuclear fusion. So, how do we utilize this type of energy? How you say? How does the universe function on this type of energy? Well, we will learn all this today in the episode of today.
Nuclear fusion occurs all over the universe, but mainly in stars such as our sun. Every single element is created by the initial fusion of two hydrogen atoms. Here's how it works. The most common form of fusion occurs with two hydrogen atoms. Both of these atoms must be one of the less common isotopes of hydrogen, either deuterium or tritium. If two hydrogen nuclei without any neutrons collide, fusion wouldn't occur because there would not be enough neutrons to form a larger but still stable nucleus. When the correct isotopes of hydrogen collide, they fuse together to form a helium nucleus consisting of two protons and two neutrons. The excess neutron is emitted, releasing energy. Fusion can also occur with bigger nuclei. Once a helium nucleus is formed from the collision of two hydrogen nuclei, it can collide again to form lithium, then beryllium, then boron, carbon, and so on. This is how every element was first created. When enough energy is captured, it is sent to power homes, businesses, and much more.
Hello again, friends. I see you. Now, the nuclear fusion was first researched as part of the Manhattan Project, which eventually led to the atomic bomb. Now, the first time nuclear fusion was used by mankind was Ivy Mike, which was the very first hydrogen bomb. Now, the hydrogen bomb was a very exothermic reaction, but it was not a very good source of energy. Now, as you can see, nuclear fusion has served as a very important source of energy for both the Earth and the universe. It is a beautiful thing to see chemists start to understand the workings of nuclear fusion.
The Fukushima nuclear power plant used to provide about 4% of the total energy needed to run the country of Japan, according to a statistic I just made up. After a record-breaking earthquake and devastating tsunami hit Japan's coast, the Fukushima power plant overheated and melted down. The general manager and man in charge of modernizing the plant, Hanwasabi Tsushishimi.
Yes, here at the Fukushima power plant, we use the fission of large nuclei to harness the energy within the atom. However, due to the recent earthquake and tsunami, our facilities have melted down and released nuclear waste into the water and air. Because of this, benefits of nuclear fusion have been discussed. Nuclear fusion has the potential to produce more energy than fission. It also uses hydrogen, which is more abundant than uranium or plutonium. Nuclear fusion does not produce any radioactive waste. The electrons, protons, and neutrons are almost always stable within the products and therefore is harmless. If we, the smart Japanese people, can learn to harness the energy of nuclear fusion, such a disaster would not be impossible, but highly improbable.
As you can see, this is the sun. All of the energy on Earth is powered by the sun through nuclear fusion. All of the elements in the universe are created by the supernovas through nuclear fusion.
Now, human hands have been guiding us to a safer, cleaner future in energy. Now, this leads us to believe that surely our future will be a bright and clean future. Thank you for watching today's episode of Today. Thank you.
Psst, hey you! Don't leave yet! There's more to say. I told you about ancient Chinese secret. You know what I said earlier about the sun? All true. I don't lie to you. I tell you straight facts. But I didn't tell you one key. It's a secret. It's an ancient Chinese secret. But you know what? I feel nice today. So I tell you right now, okay? So, you know the process that happens on the sun. What do you call them? A nuclear fusion. It have a one proton hydrogen and then another proton hydrogen. They come together and they make the helium. Then the helium and another hydrogen come together. They make a lithium. The process continues and continues infinitely on the sun. But you know what that does? The core of the sun begins to shrink slowly and slowly every time the process occurs. And that is because the sun cannot withstand the gravitational forces because there is not enough radiation produced. But do you know what happens to the outer layers? No. The outer layers begin to expand ever so slowly because the process, the 1, the 2, 3, it keep going. It keep expanding the outer layers because it produces so much energy. So when the outer layers begin to expand and expand, do you know what happens? Do you? Tell me now. Do you? Well, look up there. Do you see how close the sun is? Do you see? The sun is so close. Do you know where the outer layers of the sun will get? It will come to the earth. It will go so big, it reach all the way to the earth. Then do you know what happens? We die.